Good morning, my friends. As you can see out the window, it is raining. We have had wind, we have had rain, we have had thunder, we have had lightning.
Yes.
Not a great day in the dirty jers. It's exactly what they said it was going to. And we are out and about. It is 8:15 in the morning. Today is Easter basket delivery. We have to go to the church, find out our assignment. I'm not sure if they have enough deliverers. Usually we are some of the deliverers. Usually we only have to deliver about 5, or if they need us at the church for people to pick up. So wherever they assign us is absolutely fine. We are there to serve. We are not there to pick our own tasks. So wherever they need us is fine. I have a feeling we'll be delivering, and that's good too. I have a feeling we'll be delivering because we are both cleared with fingerprints, and you have to take this class called, what's it called? Virtus, I think. Virtus.
It's called CAP.
It used to be called CAP. Now it's just about like prevention of elder abuse and child abuse and things like that. So we are able to be deliverers. Stopped by the post office to mail some stuff and wanted to take them my little sign. They told me to write a note with name, phone number, and date of chick delivery on it, just so they can put it up on the wall. All the information should be on the box, but just in case the box gets damaged. And the chicks are due to come in next Thursday or Friday. We're not sure which day. But the window didn't open till 8:30, so I will have to take those probably back on Monday, because I don't think we'll be back into town in enough time. So let's see what else. There's so many things I had to tell you, and then I forget what they were. After we're done delivering the food baskets, we are going to go have breakfast. We're going to go out to breakfast, and then we usually go to a place like closer to church, but we're actually going to drive down to Swedesboro Diner again, where we went last week, because we have some other things that we need to do in Swedesboro. There's a candy store down there I want to go to. I'm making a lot of my candy this year, but I want to go to the candy store down there and get a couple things for Easter baskets. And Doug's mom lives in Swedesboro, and I got my mother-in-law and brother-in-law love puzzles, love puzzles. They have a table set up at all times in their family room with a puzzle that they're working on. So somebody had this on Gibbstown Giving, and I thought it was really pretty, and I thought they would enjoy doing it. It's brand new. The person did it and took it apart and put it up on Gibbstown Giving. So I want to drop that off at my mother-in-law's. And or something else in Swedesboro. Wasn't there 3 things? Oh, that was 3 things. Breakfast, candy store, and yeah, so we'll also be down near Tractor Supply, but I don't think we need anything at Tractor Supply. Oh, we do need to go to the feed store today. Doesn't it sound like it's all the time? I'm like, oh, we're out of feed. I mean, we're not out, but we're almost out. I want to go back and look, because we do 150 pounds a month generally. It just feels like
we were just there.
Feels like it's shorter than a month. Well, we weren't there. Andrew went, so I don't know. But we also need to get food for the new meat birds. So, because they're on a whole different kind of food than egg layers. So we need to get that. So we will be hopefully doing that today. Just a lot of little errands. And then, oh my gosh, I forgot to take the meat out to thaw.
Oh crap. That thaws quick enough.
Yeah, it does. I want to stop by the Amish market because we have to get a couple things there. Did I tell you that?
No, that's okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I need a couple things there, and then I need to go home and prep tacos. That is what we are having tonight for pinochle night, is tacos. In the mood for tacos. So we're gonna have tacos, and I'm not in charge of dessert. Mary's in charge of dessert. That's about it for today. So just a lot of running around. We'll bring you with us, of course, and I'll show you the the haul with all the baskets. So what we do at Easter, I showed you Thanksgiving and Christmas before. Thanksgiving is kind of the, I don't want to say the minimalist, but we just do the food baskets at Thanksgiving. At Christmas, we do the food baskets and the gifts. So that's a huge one, huge. At Easter, we do the food baskets, and if a house has children in it, we make Easter baskets for them. So
I didn't know that.
oh, you didn't?
No.
Yes. You remember when I was at Walmart buying candy?
Oh, that's what that was for?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, all of the St. Vincent de Paul members, we just donate candy instead of having to take it out of our budget. I don't know, just something we've always done. So, we have Easter baskets. I would love to be there to make the actual food boxes up and make up the Easter baskets, but they do it on Friday afternoon, right like at nap time. So number one, I wouldn't want to take the babies anyway because they would just be a distraction. And because I still work, I can't go. So we have enough retired folks that can go do it. I just like to help out wherever I can. So that is that. We are going to Mass tomorrow instead of tonight, just because we knew we were going to be running around all day today, and with pinochle tonight, and it's a long Mass this weekend because it is Palm Sunday. So we are going tomorrow morning at 9:30. We all have ministerial duties. We're all ushering. And then when we get home from there, I'm not sure what we're going to do. I don't think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I don't think. It is going to be so warm today. It is going to be 72 today, but unfortunately, crappy weather. So Adam has a track meet in this rain, and he is not participating today. He is not running. He is having a tendon issue in the back of his knee. He said it feels much better. It is definitely healing with rest and ice.
Easter events today are running.
They're all canceled. I noticed on Facebook. Yeah, Doug just pointed out a sign that the community we're in is having their community Easter egg hunt. But I saw and our Gibbstown is having theirs, but they're all postponed until next weekend.
I know they're tomorrow.
No, it's hard on a Sunday.
But yeah.
So he is not running, but he said his leg is getting much better, but he is definitely resting it this week. And there is no track meets next week because it's Easter. So he'll have a really good rest when it comes to competition. He has been still working out, just not running. He's been riding the recumbent bike and, like I said, icing and, so that's that. I guess that's all I have to say. I know, right? Although I've already talked for 8 minutes, just to kind of... I wanted to tell you something about last night, and I forget what it was. Anything? I guess not. I don't know. I thought of it. And then...
You didn't do anything last night.
I know. I had the babies yesterday. We made a craft. Bo hated the craft. Oh my gosh, hated it. Was scared of it. We made bunny masks. I'll insert a picture because Jack made me take a picture of the bunny mask on Aria. So Jack loved his. So he was putting it on everything, putting it on himself, and putting it on. Joey and Mary came over yesterday afternoon. It was crazy at my house yesterday. Well, it always is. There's always complete and utter chaos at my house because there are always visitors. We had Mrs. Ewan in the morning, my brother and sister-in-law in the afternoon, and then Ann in the morning. Ann came down. Andrew and Ann went out to Lancaster. So, yeah, it's always something going on at the JPP house, which I absolutely love. The more, the merrier. So, just thinking about Easter, picking up a few things today, and I think tomorrow I'll probably do the bulk of my Easter shopping as much as I can do, fresh-wise, keeping it simple, keeping the menu simple. And, I sent the menu to my niece. I'm like, I feel like there's something missing. I don't feel like there's enough variety. And she yelled at me.
Good. I'm glad she yelled.
I sent the menu to Doug and said I don't feel like there's enough variety, and
There's plenty.
I sent the menu to my brother-in-law, and he's like, oh my gosh, that's fine. So we're good. We're good.
We're not feeding an army.
Well, we don't know that, because I'm still waiting on a whole lot of RSVPs.
Well, it's a little. Well, I shouldn't say it's a little late.
It's not. I haven't made any food yet.
Yeah.
And you know I always have to cook for an army no matter what. But it'll be fine. And I'm making it easy on myself. Like, I'm not doing mashed potatoes. I'm making a hash brown potato casserole. I'm just doing one side of asparagus, because we have the galumpki and we have the pierogies and we have the kibasi and sauerkraut. To me, they're all standalone dishes. Now, I would like mashed potatoes to go with the galumpki. Yeah, I gotta think about this now. Maybe we'll pivot. It's not hard to make mashed potatoes, so. But I'd like that potato casserole with the lamb. With the lamb? We're not having lamb, we're having ham. They rhyme. My boys would love it if I made lamb, but I'm not making lamb because I don't eat lamb. Anyway, now I'm babbling, and we are just about a mile from church, so I will show you the goings on there. I will show you our food baskets and our Easter baskets, and bring you along on our day. Okay, we have everything under cover today because of the rain. So in all these boxes are hams, and then here's more hams ready to go. And we have our butter and our eggs. Our friends get those. And then lots of bags of fresh produce. They all get a bag of fresh produce. Yeah, right there. And then boxes and boxes and boxes.
But he also directs his church to bless the simplest and most commonplace things. He does so in order that all who devoutly make use of material things may be drawn to the world that is not seen, and we give glory to God, who alone performs the wonders we call miracles, but who is wonderful also in his saints. Brothers and sisters, listen to the words of the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Okay, this is like a well-oiled machine. We have our people coming to pick up, and we have our deliveries. So Doug and I are going out to do 3 deliveries, and we're delivering to seniors, so we don't have to do any candy baskets or stuffed animals. We've got our 3 boxes of food, our hams. One person's not getting a ham, so they'll get a gift card to the grocery store. Well, that was easy. Our houses were literally, it was in an apartment complex. We had 133, 131, and 129. So you want to talk about quick and easy? It was quick and easy.
Oh, and then 30 feet of each other.
Yeah, so we are done our deliveries. We're actually going to stop. Are we stopping at the feed store now?
Yes.
We're going to run to the feed store because it is literally a half a mile down the road, and get our feed, then go back to the church and help with pickups, or if they have any more deliveries, we'll go out again on more deliveries. So I love doing this. I love how you just feel like you're making a little bit of difference, and the people are so appreciative. The one lady I know we delivered to before, that first lady. Yeah, we delivered to her before. I remember her very well. So anyway, yeah, we're just gonna head to the feed store. There's a funny sign in front of the feed store. If you raise chickens, does that make you a chicken tender? Yes, we are chicken tenders. We are. Well, we are all done. We had 4, oh my goodness, my hair. We had 4 families not show up. So we have everything put aside for them. Hopefully we'll give them calls on Monday and they can come over and pick up their stuff. Such a humbling thing that we do. It just, it just puts everything in perspective. There's one house in particular that always just, it really breaks my heart. Just the situation, the housing situation, and it just breaks my heart. And, like yesterday I was complaining because I want more pavers in my backyard. I'm like, you know what, Joni, knock it off. And I know it's everybody's reality and stuff like that, but Yeah, Doug's over there talking to someone. There's an older lady who, she recently lost her husband, so she's very chatty when, when we're around, and that's okay. So he's talking to her, and then we are going to, it is 11 o'clock. We went back, after we were done our deliveries, we went back and helped out at the church for the people that were picking up. And I made a bunch of calls for the people who forgot to pick up, and, and then, so now we are going to head down to the Swedesboro Diner. It's 11 o'clock. I don't know if I'm going to have breakfast or lunch. I haven't decided yet. Because a club sandwich sounds so delicious right now. But then again, so does breakfast, so we'll see. Adam said it is absolutely pouring down rain at the track meet. They are actually sitting in the bus. It's so bad. But anyway. There's Doug. Oh, where are they? I don't know where they are. I can't. Oh, there they are. You can see them there talking. Hurry up, I'm hungry. So then we're gonna, like I said, go to the candy store and see what other, and we already did the feed store, so I just wish I remembered to take the meat out. I can thaw it in a bowl of cool water. That's not a big deal, but anyway, that's that. I'm done talking. Oh, we have to go to the Amish market too. I forgot. Okay, we need to get a move on here. I will talk to you all when we are at the diner. I could not decide between breakfast or lunch. I could not decide. Doug got lunch. Doug got a French dip sandwich, which is one of my absolute favorites in the whole wide world. I can't believe he didn't get a Reuben.
I can't believe I didn't either.
What do you think I got? Do you think I got breakfast or do you think I got lunch? I guess you'll have to wait and see when it comes out. Take your guess. And the winner is breakfast. I could not decide between a turkey club and an omelet. I ended up going with the omelet. I thought maybe the calories would be a little bit better on that. So I've got an asparagus omelet, home fries, which I'm only going to eat half of, dry toast, butter on the side. I'll probably eat one piece. We'll see. I am really hungry. We're not going to eat again till about 7 tonight. So we will see what the plate looks like when I am done eating. Of course, I will definitely show you. Oh my word. That's a big sandwich.
Yeah, it is.
That's a big French dip with coleslaw, fries, pickles, and the au jus. Okay, so here is the after. I had my whole omelet. I had one piece of toast with maybe a half a teaspoon of jam. There's my butter. About a quarter cup of the potatoes. So I think I did very well. I ate until I was satisfied, not stuffed. Doug ate half of his sandwich and a few French fries, his pickles, and his coleslaw. So he did really well too. He will be taking that home. Breakfast was absolutely delicious. I feel like I did very well. I ate until I was satisfied, not full. And then we stopped at, I've talked before about one of my baby mamas owns a macaron bakery. We stopped and picked up just a cute little box of macarons to take to Doug's mom when we drop off the puzzle. I like taking a little treat. If we went to the candy store first, I would have bought her something there, but kind of wasn't on the way and we were right near her house. So we're going to go in for a quick visit and then get to the candy store because I still have a lot to do today. Okay, we are here. I'm going to try to show you inside. We'll see if we can.
Covered a pretty good portion of it.
Yep. They had to dig down too when they pulled it because I used to walk along the railroad tracks and it'd be like double.
Oh my goodness, it is a tiny, tiny little store. And it got packed in there, so I only got that one quick little clip. I'm going to show you what we bought. We have to go down to the Amish market. Don't forget.
Oh, okay.
Is that a problem?
No, just see which way I know.
So Andrew, one of Andrew's top things is chocolate covered pretzels. So I got him some chocolate covered pretzels. Adam wanted jelly beans in his Easter basket. So I got him jelly beans. And then I got both of them a half-pound chocolate-covered peanut butter egg. So that is for their Easter baskets. And I will also put in one other kind of candy in there for them. And then I will also put in some gift cards. Probably, what do you think, Wawa and Dunkin'?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, Chipotle. Probably, I'd rather do Chipotle. It's much better quality food than Taco Bell. But, you know, they are kids and they do eat crap sometimes. And that's okay. And this hair is like falling out here from putting my hood on and off. So now, Doug kind of forgot we had to go to the Amish market. I hope I didn't mess him up.
No, it's okay.
Did I? I really didn't.
I wasn't going to go that way, but I can.
So, yeah, I just need a couple things there. And then we got to get home and keep it going. Okay, last stop is the Amish market. Okay, I was gonna film in there because I really wanted to show you at the bakery all the adorable cakes they had. They had a cross cake and a egg cake and a bunny bread, but it was so packed you could not even move in there. I mean, it's a Saturday, it's the week before, watch out, a holiday. It was crazy. So I could not even, all you would have saw was people's butts, because that's how nuts it was. So I only got one thing. It was what I went for. Melting chocolate. 4.25 pounds of melting chocolate. I hope that's enough, because I do plan on making a decent amount of candy for the favor boxes. So we will see. We will see. If not, they're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They actually might even be open Wednesday this week. I'm not sure. They might have special hours, but that is that. We are wrapping it up. I have to go home and start on all the taco stuff. Get out of these wet clothes. It is pouring again. Pouring. Adam said it is just miserable at the track meet. But Bella did good. She tied her personal best for she's running the 1500 today. And I told you Adam's not running. So anyway, that's that. Okay, we are going to make some guacamole for dinner tonight. Every time I make this, I basically use the same recipe, but the amounts always vary because I never know how much I'm going to need to make. If I'm making it just for Doug and I'll use 1 avocado. For a group like this, I'm using 5. So I just slice the avocado, twist it, use my knife to strike the pit and pull it right out, and then scoop the avocado into a bowl. And next we just have to mash it up. You can use a fork, you can use a mortar and pestle. I like to use my potato masher. I think using the potato masher does a really nice job. I don't like it super chunky. So I just use my potato masher to get it the consistency that I like it. And then once it's the consistency, we can start adding all of our other ingredients. To the avocado, I'm going to add some onion. I don't like big chunks of onion, so I grate an onion into it, and it almost makes like an onion juice. I do not like biting into onion. Once I'm done with the onion, I'm going to put in some chopped up cilantro and some chopped up tomato and mix that really well until it's all combined. Once that's all combined, I'm going to add in a very generous pinch of salt. This avocado is pretty bland. You definitely need salt in there. And then once I have the salt in, I'm going to add in some fresh squeezed lime juice and mix it all together. I did have to go back and adjust the seasonings on this and put more onion, more lime juice, and more salt.
Where? Here?
Gloucester Catholic.
Oh. That's him. We go to Florida and he sees people.
Like horse crap.
Good Sunday morning, friends. Never picked up the camera last night after I filmed a little bit of dinner because we just started playing.
And the guys won.
You won 2.
We won 3.
You won 2 and we won 1. We played 3 games.
We played 4.
We did?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we won 1. We didn't get swept, okay?
We would have. You might have if I didn't screw up first game.
Once again, I had crappy cards all night. Once again, like we both needed like 1 card for a run and couldn't get it. It was just these cards lately. I don't know what it is. But anyway, we had a really, really good time. And now we are already up, dressed, and at church. We're ushering, so we had to be here early. It is Palm Sunday, so we expect Mass to be very, 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 very crowded. And that's it.
We hope it is anyway.
Made a allergy relief roller bottle for one of our priests. We were talking to him yesterday while we were doing Easter baskets, and he was talking about how bad his allergies are. So I'm like, got you covered, Father Steve. So we'll see. And that's it. We're going to go in now and get to our post because we're here a half hour early and there's already people arriving. So we need to get moving. Okay, we are finally on our way home. Mass was packed, standing room only. I can't even imagine what the 11:30 is going to be like. But we are heading home. We had to jump somebody in the parking lot after Mass. It was actually somebody we knew, so all good. Did a quick rescue, and then now we're heading home. We're trying to figure out what we're doing for food. We are very, very hungry. We're trying to decide who wants, it's 11:15. We're trying to decide who wants breakfast, who wants lunch, and what we want to have. So, any thoughts? What are you in the mood for?
I just want some coffee.
I get that. I get that completely. So, what do you want for food? Do you know? Do you want breakfast or lunch, sir?
Well,
There's lots of options.
yeah, there are.
I was on the menu today is Eggs Benedict, but I can make guac toast. We can do waffles. We can do eggs. We can do French toast. We can do nachos from leftover from last night for lunch. So we just have to figure out what we're in the mood for. And of course, when I figure that out, I will show you and let you know. Okay, so we are home. Doug has already done his breakfast. This was quick. He had guac toast and eggs. I made an omelet. It's interesting. It is 2 eggs. And inside is 1 piece of Canadian bacon chopped up, some tomatoes, and a 1/4 ounce of cheese, shredded cheddar. And then on top, I have a little bit of melted cheese. This was all left over from the tacos last night. Some salsa and a teaspoon of guacamole. So, oh, I also have green chilies inside the omelet. So I will figure out all the points and calories. Oh, and I have an English muffin with a 1/2 teaspoon of butter. So I'll figure everything out and put it on the screen for you. Okay, breakfast is done and cleaned up. So now what I'm going to do is start working on our seed potatoes. We buy bags of seed potatoes. We have tried to just use potatoes of our own that have sprouted. They just didn't do as well. So we went back to buying seed potatoes and we bought, what kind did I buy? I bought russet, Kennebec, 1 russet and 2 Kennebec. That's what we've had really good luck with. We want to get them in the ground this week, so we need to prep them. So they come in the bag, like I showed you, and they are already starting to sprout. So what we need to do is we need to cut them into squares, and each one needs to have 1 or 2 eyes, and then you cut them about 1 or 2 days before you want to plant them, so a nice callus forms over the cut area, and that protects the potato when it's in the ground. So I am going to get all these cut, and I am going to put them in a big Rubbermaid, and we're going to put them in the dining room, on the dining room table, because that gets a ton of sunlight, and you want them to have sunlight and warmth before they go in the ground. So I'm going to work on that right now, and I'll just show you how I do it. Just bring it down a little bit closer. So we have our potatoes, and I'm just going to cut them so there's eyes on each piece. And then I'm just going to put them in our container. I'll show you the container when it's full. And just let them sit for a couple days. Now, I'm going to just toss these because there's no eyes on those. You want to just make sure you cut them so you've got eyes on each one. Preferably 2 eyes on each one, but I'll take what I can get. This one's got a little bit of a bad spot, so we're just going to cut that off. See, that one's good. That's got 2 eyes. Now this area will get hard and calloused over the next 24 to 48 hours, and that'll be perfect to go in the ground. Generally, we plant our potatoes on Good Friday. That is the, it's the old wives' tale that you're supposed to plant potatoes on Good Friday. I think this year we're going to plant a couple of days sooner than Good Friday because it's going to work out better for us. and I'm sure it will be fine. We will see what happens. But I am just gonna sit here and cut up 16 pounds of potatoes that we have to put in the ground over the next couple of days. Doug is heading out to go to Lowe's. They have very basic rectangle pavers on sale. Just gray rectangle pavers, nothing fancy. We are going to get those and lay them down in front of our shed. We had like really nice mulch gardens there and with beautiful, I love hostas. Well, needless to say, the chickens have completely and utterly destroyed that area. So instead of attempting to put something back there, we are just going to put down the pavers. Because if we put mulch, I mean, if we have the plants there, they just eat the plants, completely eat them. And if we have mulch down, they just kick the mulch out of the area. So we're just going to go with pavers. It'll be fine. You know, our backyard is no longer a beautiful showcase. It used to be. But with the chickens now, they kind of take over and destroy things because we do like to let them out to free range. If we were so worried about our yard, we'd keep them locked up, but I just can't do that. So it is what it is, and you know, it's a working backyard. It's gardens, it's chickens, it's everything else, and that's completely fine with me. So I am just going to go and finish up. It's a beautiful one, look at that. All these potatoes, and I'll show you the box when they are all done and in there. And then I've got to look at my onions and see what the directions are. You know, even though we plant well, this is the first year we're planting onions. So I'm a little excited about that. I just got regular Stuttgartner onions, just yellow onions, because that's what I use the most. And honestly, we just don't have a ton of room. You know, we keep talking about making the garden bigger, and we just keep losing more and more yard. So I don't know. We'll have to just, you know, we're going to keep it, we decided to keep it the same size for this year, especially since this is the first year that Doug is going to be going to school over the summer. They have their trimesters. Maybe next year, once we're in tune to that and, you know, his summer school, maybe we'll make the garden a little bit bigger. But we know for now, this is the size that we can manage and manage well. So I think we ought to stick with what we know for the time being. So anyway, I'll be back to show you this when it's done. Okay, that was quick and easy. Potatoes are all done. I told you 2 different kinds. So I put a ruler down there just so, and the little label off the bag. These are the russets, and then these are the Kennebecks. So they will sit here. I have them on the dining room table. I have the curtains wide open to give them warmth and full sun for the next 24 to 48 hours before they go in the ground. So this is what our house looks like before planting season. And then soon, right here, will be a couple of brooders, 2 or 3 brooders worth of baby chickens. We're gonna keep them upstairs for the first week or so probably, and then put them down in the basement. They will have heat and everything, they'll be fine. But just when they're really, really little, under a week old, I like to have them where I can really see them, really keep an eye on them. And then we'll probably move them downstairs because they are just so dusty. Yes. And with Easter coming, actually, they'll probably go down. Yeah, I'm not sure. This was really poor planning on my part. Should have thought about Easter, but they might have to go down the basement or somewhere else because I'm going to have a house full of people cooking for 2 days prior to Easter and then for Easter. So we'll figure it out. We always do. Not worried about it. It's what you do. So anyway, I'm going to clean up this huge dirty mess and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next, honestly. I don't have a lot to do today, and I'm glad. I'm waiting for Doug to come home, and then we're probably gonna go outside and let the chickens out to run around, and we're gonna start turning up the garden where the potatoes need to go. Doug's rototiller is in the shop. It won't be done for about a week. It needed a new carb. He's usually good about fixing our small engine type things, but it needed a new carburetor and it needed a tune-up. So it wasn't that expensive. He decided, let them do it. They have the time. And then it'll come back in perfect condition. So we're going to turn up the potato and onion area by hand. And then once we get the rototiller back, we'll get the rest of the garden tilled up and ready to go. So I'll show you everything we're doing. Okay, it is time to be outside. Look at this beautiful blue sky. Oh, look at that beautiful hawk up there. Where is it? Better stay away from my girls because my girls are out here running around. So we need to keep that hawk. Oh, it scares me to death. But hopefully as long as we're out here making noise, because the dog went in. But yeah, it scares me. So girls are out. Where's all the girlies? Girly girlies. Girly girlies. And we are working on, Doug is bringing in all the pavers and all of the mulch that we bought. I think he already brought in the feed. We bought 200 pounds of feed yesterday. The egg layers go through about 150 pounds a month. Then we bought 50 pounds for the meat birds that are coming this week, just to get them started. Let's see if ooh, look at that. Yes. So I'm just checking the egg boxes. And so he's bringing all that back, and I think we are going to turn over where we're going to put the potatoes and the onions. Him and I need to have a little sit down, stand up, and talk about the garden this summer, where we're going to put things. You should never plant things in the same place year after year after year, because different plants actually suck different nutrients out of the soil, so it's good to rotate your crops. So we just need to kind of talk about a few things. And there's also certain things you shouldn't plant next to each other too. So there's a science behind it. But anyway, so that's what's going on here. Boy, we need to mow this lawn. Our back grass, when we moved in, we laid sod and it was gorgeous for about a year. But then not liking to use a lot of chemicals and stuff, a lot of the weeds took over. And we have some trees around us that drop the nastiest of weeds. And yeah, our backyard sucks. It's not lawn, it's weeds. And between the chickens and the babies and everything else, we don't even try to keep it. We keep it nice and manicured and stuff. But if you look really closely, it's lush and green, but it's mostly weeds. But that's okay. And right now it is a hot mess. It needs to be mowed, but we're trying to just wait another week or so until the meat birds come, because the area where we keep the meat birds, we have not touched since the end of last summer with a mower or anything. We're trying to let the grass get really high there so they have all that to munch on and to enjoy. So anyway, I'm going to go help Mr. Doug. What's he doing? He is stacking all the pavers that we bought. Oh, nice shot of your butt there, Doug. Sorry.
My better side.
He's stacking all the pavers we bought. And those pavers are going to go here all along the shed. So where we had, beautiful hosta that the chickens ate. So anyway, that's what we're doing now. So I'm going to go help him, and I'll be back to show you something. Before I go, I want to give a little, and to certain ladies, and you know who you are. You know what I was just doing, right? Who I was just watching. That's why we're doing this. Giving you that little shout out, just like she told me to do. Okay, so girls are running around. I pulled some weeds to get ready to lay the pavers at some point. And Doug is doing just a little coop clean out. We do a full coop clean out about, I don't know what, Doug, once a month?
Well, 6 weeks.
6 weeks, and every 2 weeks we do like a partial clean out, just like under the roosting bars and stuff where it gets really, really dirty. add some extra shavings into the nest boxes because they kick them out constantly. So I did find out who our flock bully is, and I put her in Laura's old single girl condo. We knew somebody was causing some because trouble. We have a couple hens that are missing some feathers, and we have seen her kind of act like a rooster and mount them and start pecking at them. We just couldn't figure out who it was when we weren't right there. Well, we figured it out today. So her butt is in solitary confinement for a couple days until she gets a little bit further down on the pecking order, and hopefully this will stop the issue. We'll see. I don't know, but we're gonna finish this and then, I don't know, see what's next on the agenda. Probably working in the garden. Yeah, while we have some daylight. Okay, I came in from outside because Doug was getting hungry, so I have his dinner heating. He's eating his leftover roast beef sandwich from the diner on yesterday. So he's eating that. I have that heating up, and I am making a big bowl of chicken salad for lunches for the week, for Andrew, for Doug, for me, whoever wants to eat it. So I've just got some shredded chicken in there. I've got my homemade mayonnaise that's now empty. I like Nance's sharp and creamy mustard in our chicken salad, but I do not have any, and it is hard to get. So I just used some of this Wobler's Reserve Champagne Dill Mustard, threw that in there. Some sour cream, and you can also cut the mayonnaise in half and add Greek yogurt, but I don't have any, so I just used all mayonnaise. Then I am going to put some celery in here, but first I'm going to take Andrew's out because he does not like celery. And then I'm going to put grapes in there, and then probably a little bit of walnuts for some crunch. And then that will be everybody's dinner or lunch for Monday, Tuesday, whatever. It's a crazy week. Honestly, with all of our meals, we are so busy at church this week. Yeah. So tonight we were supposed to have roast chicken. We have so many leftovers that we need to clear those out. And then tomorrow we're supposed to have Tuscan salmon, which will be fine. That's a new recipe. Tuesday, we're having chicken and potato baskets, which should be fine, not a problem. Wednesday, chili. I'm going to have to make that really early because I have to be at church by 4:30 to start decorating our altar of repose for Thursday evening. And then the rest of the week is it's planned. It's just really planned easy because it's just going to get crazy. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. Doug just came in, so I'm going to finish heating up his dinner so I can feed my hungry, hardworking honey.
And I am hungry too.
Are you hungry?
I am hungry.
And you're hardworking?
Sometimes.
Did you turn the garden over or not?
Didn't
get to that. No, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. But that's okay. There's plenty of time.
There's more daylight now, so.
There's more daylight. So maybe tomorrow
After
night
work.
while I'm at my SVDP meeting. Okay, my friends, for my dinner, I am having leftover taco stuff. I turned it into nachos. I have one serving, which is 28 grams of the Siete tortilla chips. They are the best tortilla chips ever, ever, ever. Clean ingredients and so crispy and delicious. Anyway, enough about that. So I've got one serving of that. I have 3.5 ounces of taco meat, ground beef. Then I have 1 full ounce of cheddar cheese. That's the raw milk cheddar. And then I have 2 tablespoons of queso cheese. Then I have lettuce and tomato. And then I have 2 tablespoons of sour cream and 1 tablespoon of guacamole. So, of course, as always, points and calories will be on the screen. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty high, but it's definitely going to hold me for the rest of the night. Okay, so I've got eggs in the Instant Pot, getting hard boiled. I actually bought eggs from the grocery store. Tomorrow the babies are going to dye Easter eggs. And, with our beautiful color eggs, they don't dye very well. So I actually bought eggs. I was amazed at how little the eggs were compared to our eggs. So they're in the Instant Pot cooking. So they'll be ready for tomorrow. And then I had some taco meat that I wanted to vacuum seal and put in the freezer. And I totally forgot that in my super cubes, I had some vegetable soup in there. So got that out and got that all vacuum sealed. Got the refrigerator all cleaned out. Andrew and Doug's lunches prepped for the rest of the week. So that was fabulous. It'll really save me time in the morning when I go to put their stuff together. So glad about that. Feeling very accomplished. And now I'm just going to clean up this mess and just decompress for the night. I will be back to say goodnight. Well, friends, you're too tall. That is it for us. We are both
Tired.
exhausted. It was not supposed to be a busy day,
But it's a weekend. And
it turned into a busy day. So, yeah, we are going to, it is 8:10. We just got the kitchen cleaned up. We got all the stuff packaged up. What else did we do? I'm just so excited to have lunches prepped. What's wrong?
I made some of these.
Oh, Doug made palm crosses. He learned that from my mother, who learned it from her father. So he made some palm crosses. We took our old palm down from behind our crucifix. We have to get that burnt
Or
buried, and then put the new palm up. And now we're tired, and I have a video to edit. And Doug has some reading to do, and I think I'm going to try to get a little bit ahead this week. I always say that. Because I probably will not have time Friday to film my menu. So I'm trying to get a little bit ahead and get my menu done and get everything filmed and all that, just so I can I will probably vlog next weekend. I'm sure I will. I'll probably start it on Friday with Stacy and I making our galumpki. And it's going to kill me because Friday.
Because it's Friday and you can't eat it.
Friday's a day of fasting, so we can't eat it. And even if we could, it is a day of abstinence, which means
No meat.
no meat. And our galumpki is ground beef. So it is going to be quite the sacrifice. Hopefully it tastes good, because we usually taste test it.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. And then Saturday we'll be making the pierogies and a lot of other stuff. So we got a busy weekend, so I will bring you along for that. And then, of course, the number keeps growing for Easter dinner.
Oh.
Yes. It grew by 4.
Oh, who else? Who else is coming?
Alex and Mila and Ryan and Megan.
Oh, cool.
Yes, so
Okay.
I'm thrilled. Oh, I'm thrilled. The more the merrier. I just want my house full of people, full of family. Anybody that needs a place, come on over. We will find a seat for you at the table. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, all good. Watching Zelda. Have a fantastic day today, and you're seeing this on Monday, so have a great Monday, and I will see you all in my next video. Good night, my friends.
Adios.